So let's go into the thing everybody's just spamming about because let's just get this over with. The shadow stuff. Okay, it's in the thumbnail. Obviously, you guys are really excited for this. And man, maybe I'm about to burst your little bubble. So obviously, with Sonic 3, we have really been waiting for who is going to be the voice of Shadow the Hedgehog, right? That's definitely what I'm most curious about with this movie because Sonic 3 is on my most anticipated list. That post-credit scene that so far Sonic had like banger post-credit scenes, right? That first movie with the post-credit scene of Tails coming out and he's like, I hope I'm not too late. I gotta find him. Great post-credit scene. Second Sonic movie comes out. I really enjoyed it. I thought they meshed together the video game elements and the human weird elements together really well. And then seeing Shadow in the post-credits, I was like, yes, baby. Is he gonna have a gun? There's rumors this one might be PG-13 because there was reports that in Sweden it was already marked PG-12. So maybe if you transfer that over to US, it'll be PG-13. Whatever. The biggest thing I think a lot of us are wondering is who is voicing Shadow the Hedgehog. Idris Elba did a great job as Knuckles, and that was someone we didn't expect. I remember back in the Knuckle days, everybody wanted The Rock, and I'm like, it's not going to happen. The Rock is too expensive, not going to happen. Well, out of nowhere, we had an account reveal to us who the voice is going to be. So let's look at that here. And that was this account right here that said, Hayden Christensen is rumored to be the voice of Shadow in Sonic 3. And this right here is patient zero. This is where the rumor that you're seeing all over Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, even me talking about it right now, it all originated from this account, Physical Media President. And I'm going to tell you right now, guys, sadly, not a reliable source. This person is not a scooper that I know of. I have not followed them or seen if they have a reliable track record. They obviously seem to keep up with physical media news because they have a decent following, which is great for them. And I don't want to call them liars, but they have no source. They're not saying where they got this from. They call it a rumor themselves when I'm like, you're the one putting it out there. So I don't want to dampen anybody's excitement here, but right now, on a scale of 1 to 10 on how much I believe this rumor, I'm at a 4. I'm at a 4. Now, putting that aside, and let's say out of some reason, Physical Media President actually can see the future or got some inside information, and Hayden Christensen actually is going to be playing Shadow the Hedgehog, living in that fantasy. Let me tell you guys, I love that choice. I think Hayden Christensen would be an awesome choice to voice Shadow the Hedgehog. So if you didn't know that name right away, because I saw a lot of people in the Sonic community going, who? Hayden, who? Who's that guy? I'm like, oh, come on. I'm a casual Star Wars guy, and I know this. I mainly know him from Jumper. You remember that movie? Why didn't they make 3 of those? I love Jumper. Jumper was a great movie. Check it out if you haven't already. But dude, he's got it in him. This voice for Shadow the Hedgehog, some of the best casting choices are always the ones you never expected. You know, I've already seen people throw out names like Keanu Reeves, maybe John Bernthal, again, The Rock. And I'm like, yeah, those would be good. I could see them. But it's people like when you hear this where you're like, oh, like when Aaron Taylor Johnson was cast as Kraven, it's like, oh, didn't expect that, but that's probably pretty good. Movie could be a different thing. Heath Ledger, when he became the Joker, you're like, that's unexpected, but boy, knocked it out of the park. This could be a knockout of the park right here. And I feel like this is also within the reality of their budget. Because as big as Sonic fans as we are, we think they have all the Hollywood money in the world. They still have to spend their money wisely on talent versus what the movie's going to have in itself. And that's why I was like, they're never going to put The Rock in this movie. The Rock is way out of their price range. Keanu Reeves, I think, might be out of their price range with the John Wick movies and how popular he is. Might be out of his price range. Hayden Christensen is definitely in that sweet spot of a person who is very popular, very well known, but I don't think his price tag is that high because he's only really done Star Wars stuff. He's not doing anything else. So I don't think he's that expensive to get. And again, that's not an offense to Hayden Christensen. That's just me giving some reliability of like, this might be real because I could see that happening. The other reason I love it is because as his role in Anakin Skywalker, he perfectly plays that dual role that I think you would want in Shadow the Hedgehog, right? Anakin went from being the good Boy Scout, loving guy, charming, nice, to then turning. You turned her against me. I have the high ground. when he gets angry, that's going to be great. And Shadow definitely needs to have that sort of range. Whoever the actor is that becomes Shadow, he needs to have that because he is someone that tiptoes that line of hero to villain, anti-hero, whatever you want to do. He's got a messed up backstory. If they go with that backstory, Hayden Christensen could easily pull off that nice attitude and then switch it to being mean, angry, fighting against Sonic and his friends. I think it would be epic. So, yes, I am of the side of the people who are like, yes, please let this be true. But I unfortunately just want to say to you guys right now, the source putting this out there and everyone spreading it, not reliable. Like I said, I don't think it's going to end up happening, but man, it's such a good choice. It's rumored that Sonic might be one of those trailers that they reveal at the Super Bowl this year. I'm planning to do a video tomorrow about all the rumored Super Bowls, so look forward to that. We do that every year. We talk about the possible Super Bowl trailers. That would be a perfect time to then reveal who Shadow is, right? You have the trailer, little snippets, and then at the very end, Shadow comes out, says 2 words, and then says blank as Shadow. That'd be a good way to reveal it. Super Bowl time would be perfect. So I don't know. I'm seeing right now a lot of people loving Hayden Christensen for Shadow. They think he'd be perfect for it. They think he'd be great. I'm trying to see any other names that people would want. Okay, now this is wild. Cat Williams as Shadow. Sonic. I can't do a Cat Williams impression. He's got a real nasally voice. I like Cat Williams' comedy, but I don't think he could pull off Shadow. I think Sonic 3 is still filming. Yeah, it probably is still filming, but that doesn't really matter because they don't need the actors on set to do the voices. They could finish filming the movie, get it all done, and then they could go hire the voice and then have him dub over the Shadow lines. I mean, there's probably just someone on set reading Shadow's lines to the actors, and then later they'll come back and pull them in. I got to be thinking that they have who they want, though. There's been plenty of time for them to think about it. John Cena? I don't think so. I don't think. Yeah, obviously Keanu Reeves is a big one. Tom Holland, come on now. I think Tom Holland is definitely out of their price tag. Chris Pratt is too busy with all these other people. Now, this is one I've been seeing a lot. Robert Pattinson? Dude, that would be cool. That would be cool. We just saw what he did with that recent Miyazaki movie. Yeah, that could be cool. But Matthew, I don't know about Matthew Lillard. I like Matthew Lillard, but that knowing that he voices Shaggy, I do not want Shaggy as the voice of Shadow. That's just I wouldn't fit. Chris Evans, maybe. Jack Black is too busy. Oscar Isaac would be cool. So yeah, that's the rumor right now. Hayden Christensen to voice Shadow. I'm like really 4 out of 10 that it's actually happening and that it will be him. No offense to this account. I saw that they recently started following on me on my main account. I'm not trying to call you a liar or anything, but it's like I just literally came out of nowhere and everybody in the internet was just like, yeah, that sounds great. So I'm going to believe it. But let's tame our expectations and see. I would be happy though. And hey, if this turns out to be 2, adding physical media president to my reliable list because now they have a proven track record. But right now, I've never seen this person tweet out any scoops or anything. This literally just came out of nowhere. All right. So that's for the Shadow the Hedgehog. Jenna Ortega, Shadow. I never thought I could fall in love with Shadow, but that might do it right there. That might do it.